Hello and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Rant. It's time for the SmackDown SPOILERS video. I wanted to get this one up earlier than usual. I know it's been kind of late the last couple of weeks. So we're getting it up fairly early for once. But anyways, SmackDown for Friday, March 28th, 2014, which was taped in Boston, Massachusetts. The show starts, Batista comes out, gets in the ring, and he starts to cut a promo. And he says that the fans begged him to come back and did nothing but boo him when he did. Wrong, motherfucker. Nobody ever asked you to come back. Nobody. Except for maybe people who actually like you, your actual fans. But trust me, the rest of the WWE fans, the rest of the WWE universe, we never asked for you back. We never wanted you to come back. And you could fuck off for all we care. He knocks Daniel Bryan, and we get a replay from Raw. I'm guessing from the segment where Batista said whatever it was he said to Stephanie, and she slapped him for it. I don't know what the fuck. After the replay, he starts saying more on Bryan until Triple H comes out, and he tells Batista to leave his wife out of it. And Batista says Triple H wouldn't have anything if he didn't marry Stephanie. Well, you got that right, Dave. I'll give you that much credit. Triple H wants to know why it's personal with Batista. And Batista brings up that Triple H has never beaten him. In any of their matches in the past, Triple H has never beaten him. Triple H says he made Batista into the Animal, but he got soft and quit. And we haven't seen the Animal yet since he's been back. And on that note, he books Batista versus Sheamus for later on tonight. So that's the end of that segment. The first match we get Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose of The Shield defeating Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre of 3MB in a match where 3MB actually got a lot of offense in. I didn't say how Rollins and Ambrose won, but does it really matter? Kane and the Outlaws came out after the match, along with Ryback. And Kane has booked a match. He's forcing Rollins and Ambrose to go against Ryback right now. So just as soon as the other match ends, we get another one. Rollins and Ambrose still manage to defeat Ryback when Rollins counters the perfect plex from Axel into his finisher. I'm guessing they meant the curb stomp. I can only guess he means the curb stomp because that's the only finish that Rollins has been using while he's been in the WWE, the whole Shield thing. Although, the funny thing is, if Axel had him cinched up for the perfect plex, Rollins could have countered into God's Last Gift. And for those of you who don't know what God's Last Gift is, you should look it up. But it would have worked perfectly in that situation. Anyways, after the match, Roman Reigns pulls Ryback back into the ring for a Superman punch, and then they lift him up, the three of them together, and they hit the Fall of Justice, the big triple powerbomb. So, yeah. Ryback and Axel not looking so good, and considering they're part of the tag team title match at WrestleMania, they're not looking so good. And I have another note on that, the tag team title match, but we'll get to that after I'm done with the rest of SmackDown. After that, another match, Sin Cara defeats Damian Sandow with a roll-up. So Sandow continues to get buried. Still don't know why. I guess they just want to push Sin Cara because of the stupid Scooby-Doo movie. Really? I don't think anybody cares. Anyways, backstage, Renee Young interviews the Big Show. Big Show talks about how twisted the Wyatts are, and he says that some of the stuff that they say weirdly makes sense. This, of course, is just hyping up the match Big Show and Bray, which is the main event for the night. After that segment, we get another match. Fandango defeats Goldust when Summer distracts Goldust. And Cody was not there. He was not at ringside. He didn't come out with Goldust. He just wasn't there. Don't know why, but apparently he wasn't there. So Johnny's able to win. Okay, great. After that, another match. Sheamus defeats Batista by disqualification when Batista decides to use a chair on Sheamus. And then Batista rolls Sheamus back into the ring and hits him with the Batista Bomb. And then he gets a microphone and asks Triple H if he's happy now. And he says that he will be the champion and for us to deal with it. And apparently Sheamus had a bruise on his face and busted his elbow from a shot into the ring post. Now, I don't know if they actually meant he actually broke his elbow or if it was just kind of bruised or something. I don't know. Don't really care. After that, Bray Wyatt cuts a promo, I'm guessing up on the Titantron again. And he cuts a promo about everyone wearing a mask and how he's going to slay a giant tonight. And then he taunts John Cena. Up next, Vicky Guerrero comes out and gets on commentary. Oh, goody. And we proceed to get a Divas tag team match that sees the Bellas defeat AJ and Tamina, when Tamina shoved AJ off the apron and then brought her into the ring on a tag. After the match, AJ stared at Tamina with a sad look on her face. So yeah, just more of them turning Tamina against AJ. You know, it almost seems like they're trying to make AJ look like the face here. I don't know. After that, we get some comedy relief bullshit. Santino and Emma on a date at a restaurant. It goes about as well as you might imagine with these two nitwits. Anyways, the punchline is Santino starts choking. Yay! But Emma saves him, I guess, by giving him some wine, which he proceeds to spit all over her. And then he turns to the side and starts puking. So, more comedy relief with these two idiots. We get a video package for Brock and Taker. I'm guessing it's the same one they've shown before. And then we get another match. Jack Swagger defeats Jimmy Uso with the Patriot Lock. Was said to be a quick back and forth match. And then Mark Henry defeats The Miz with the World's Strongest Slam. And this was said to be a very physical match. After that, we get another promo from Lana and Alexander Rusev out on the stage again. And apparently, I don't know if it was before SmackDown or if it was before main event, Rusev had another dark match where he defeated Xavier Woods. So yeah, Woods is just basically a jobber now. In dark matches, no less. Anyways, we finally get the main event of the night. Bray Wyatt defeats the Big Show with his sister Abigail in a quick match that had interference from both Rowan and Harper. And the Wyatts pose over Big Show to end the show. Don't care. Moving on to the aftermath, or the side notes that I have. I came across a link on Facebook to a YouTube video that was apparently something that happened after SmackDown was done taping. This was something, it was like a dark main event or whatever you want to call it. But John Cena came out and basically joined the Shield for one night only. I'm sure you could probably find the video on YouTube. Yeah. Basically, Roman of the Shield agreed to let Cena join for the night as long as Cena was to buy the beers from a bar that was apparently just down the street from the arena. They're in Boston, so it's basically Cena's hometown. You know, whatever. So yeah, that happened. Also, a minor note on the main event taping that was supposed to come before the SmackDown taping. Christian was supposed to take on Big E for the Intercontinental title. But apparently, after the Fatal 4-Way match on Raw, where Christian earned that title match, it was found that Christian suffered a slight concussion. And so he was not able to compete in the match. So it didn't happen. I don't know if he was replaced in the match with somebody else or if they just scrapped it. I don't know. But Christian was not on main event at all. Because he has a slight concussion, apparently. Okay. And now to that thing about the tag team title match I mentioned. It was announced either earlier today or maybe it was yesterday. I'm not sure. Probably yesterday after the SmackDown taping and everything. That the tag team title match for WrestleMania has been, I don't know if it's been officially announced or they changed what had already been officially announced. It's now a Fatal 4-Way match. The Usos defending against Rybaxel, the Real Americans, and newly added Los Matadores. Don't ask me why those two get a shot. They didn't do anything to earn it, and we haven't hardly seen them much lately. So, don't know why in the hell they're adding them to this. I'm guessing it's just to give somebody, or to have somebody, take the fall so the Usos don't look bad or something. I don't know. I don't care. So apparently, yeah, that's going to be a Fatal 4-Way match for the tag team titles, and that's going to be at WrestleMania. So, yeah. And the final little note that I have here is report came out that a couple Ring of Honor talents had been given tryouts with the WWE at the Performance Center over the past week or so. And among those, Kevin Steen, who I'm sure you'll probably remember me talking a lot about in past episodes. Yeah. Not only that, but Kevin Steen, apparently his contract with Ring of Honor runs out in June. And some friends of Steen have noted that Steen himself has said that he has no plans of re-signing with Ring of Honor. So he's either getting ready to go to the WWE, but he is willing to work for them as a free agent, the Ring of Honor, that is. So this could be very interesting if Kevin Steen signs with the WWE. I've been wanting to see him in the WWE for a long time. He's a damn good wrestler. He can cut some damn good promos. And for a big guy, he's pretty agile and he can move. So, and good God, Vince and Triple H like these big guys. Here's one who can actually wrestle. So, it's like everybody gets what they want. Vince and Triple H get the big guy, and us wrestling fans get somebody who can actually wrestle and cut promos and be entertaining, and not just some big roided up hoss. But then again, Vince and Triple H are more about bodybuilder guys, not necessarily just a big guy. Steen's not exactly a bodybuilder. But yeah, that was my last little note. Also, one last little tidbit. As you'll remember, I do a post on this message forum about the WWE. We discuss Raw and all this other shit. And you may remember from before, I had a quote from one of the posters on the board before. I don't remember what it was or who it was, but I got a completely different quote from another user. The WWE is the only company that can have 9 hours of programming a week and less than 1 hour of interesting programming. And that was said by Baloney Sandwich. Yeah. So, but yeah. It's definitely true. 9 hours of programming. 3 for Raw, 2 for SmackDown. That's 5. Another hour for main event, another hour for superstars, that's 7. NXT, I think, would be another hour. I don't know where the other hour goes to. But yeah, less than 1 hour of interesting programming, which is usually NXT. Because from what I hear, NXT actually has some pretty good matches and some fairly good storylines and feuds. And it's also a great place to see some young, up-and-coming talents that you don't get to see on the main roster on Raw or SmackDown or Superstars or Main Event. So, yeah. If you're interested in seeing some good wrestling and some better storylines and feuds than you'll see on Raw and SmackDown, give NXT a look. You can find it on the WWE Network if you subscribe to that dumb shit, or you can also watch it on Hulu Plus, I think. There's plenty of other places you can find it. A quick Google search will probably set you in the right direction if you're really interested. I'm not sure. You might even be able to watch it on the WWE website. I'm not sure about that, though. But yeah. So, yeah, that'll do it for the SmackDown spoilers. Once again, March 28th, 2014, from Boston, Massachusetts. My Boston accent sucks, doesn't it? I'm not from Boston, so I don't do it all that well. Anyways, that was SmackDown. Join us next time for Raw, the go-home episode of Raw. The one right before WrestleMania. We'll have that and the last episode of SmackDown before Mania. And then we have WrestleMania next Sunday. So, yeah. Join us, like I said, next time for Raw on Monday. We're getting into the home stretch here, folks. I don't know if WrestleMania is going to turn the tide and maybe I'll be able to keep doing this shit. I don't know. I might start watching NXT just so I have something to go over. I don't know. Or I might start watching TNA. I'll just have to hide all of the sharp objects and weapons from myself so I don't try to kill myself on watching it. But yeah, that was SmackDown. Please join us next time for Raw. And we will see you next time for that. So join us then.